Hey guys, welcome back to another video tutorial. In this video we're gonna create a website with the help of Bootstrap file. So here is a demo of this one project. So this is the logo, those are menus, and this is the showcase area. Inside the showcase area have an image and also content button, and have a content button, image, and same thing on there. Right side have an image and left side have a content. Those are font away some icon, and this is our footer, background color area, and this is text read more button, and those are our services. So inside the services have a card and also font away some icon, and this is Accordion, right? And this is image, and this is a crucial with card. You can change the cards with the help of unclick. And this is our latest blog post, right? And this is our footer. So this is a completely responsive. As you can see, I'm gonna show you. As you can see, you can click on that. As you can see, everything is perfect. Accordion working on that, cards also working on that, as you can see, and some images, right? So this is our normal size, and this is our medium size, right? As you can see, everything is perfect right now. And this is our card area. So we will create this one project using Bootstrap file. So in the next video we're going to discuss all about how we can set up and also install the Bootstrap file. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, in this video we're going to discuss all about how we can download and configure our project. So we're going to use Bootstrap file. So let's get started to download and configure Bootstrap file. So first step, you need to go on your browser and search on that Bootstrap file. Just write Bootstrap file, and then you need to download that. Where it is, just a minute, I'm going to check that download section. Click to download Bootstrap file. I'm going to select my location or path, close it, and I'm gonna create a folder, like a website using Bootstrap file. So inside this one I'm gonna drag and drop there, right click it and extract the folders from there. I'm gonna delete that, open it, cut those folders, paste inside our main Bootstrap folder, delete this one folder, right? Open Css file folder, and you need to uncheck this one and delete all the files without bootstrap.min.css. Okay, just a minute, I think this one file, I don't need that, this one, right? And again you need to go on bootstrap.js folder, select all files, remove all files without bootstrap.bundle.min, right? Once you do that, then you need to get the font away some icon, because I used font away some icon inside my project. So how you can get the font away some icon? Use font away some icons official website, or you can search the font away some inside the Google. Then you need to open the first one link and click to start free, and click to download this one button, So we're gonna use font awesome for web, so I'm gonna click on free for web. So I already have, so I'm gonna select again select my location or path like desktop and this one folder and paste inside there. Start download, close it, go to your folder. So I made bunch of, so inside this one section, first I'm going to cut that and create a folder, paste on there, right click it, extract all the folders which are included inside the font awesome icon. So I'm going to delete this one, and then you need to open this one folder. Then you need to get the web fonts, cut this one folder, go to your main folder, make a website using Bootstrap, paste inside there. And also you need to get the CSS file, all.css, all.min.css. you can get anyone as you want, like this one or this one, but I'm going to use all.min.css. so I'm going to copy that, go to my Bootstrap main folder, inside have a CSS file, so paste on there, right? Then I don't need this one folder, so I'm gonna delete that, right? So we have 3 folders, and inside the CSS folder I have 2 files. First one is a Bootstrap and second one is a font awesome icon. And inside I think we need to use, I don't need Jazz inside there. And this is a folder that help us to display the font awesome icon, right? So I'm going to close that, minimize it, and I'm going to open my VS Code editor. Inside my VS Code editor I'm going to drag and drop this one folder, right? So inside this one section we need to add or create a file, index.html. Write the basic structure. I will use make a website using Bootstrap. I will change the name on later. This time I just set up that. So first of all you need to include the CSS file like bootstrap.min.js, I mean CSS. Then the next thing you need to add the font awesome icon, right? You need to check that, but before checking it we need to include script code, I mean JS folder, inside the JS file, save it. We need to check it. I'm going to use h2 and write the simple text, use display 6 property that help us to display the text maximize on the browser. So open this one on live server, perfect. As you can see it's working right now, so I don't need other classes, other tabs. Then the next thing I'm going to add and I'm going to check the fa user 2x fa 2x. So let's see, perfect. As you can see the Bootstrap working fine, and also our font awesome has been appeared inside our project, means our project successfully created. So we will include the images on later. This time we just need to know how we can download and configure our Bootstrap 5 project. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how we can create a navigation menu with the help of our Bootstrap 5. But before working on that I'm going to show you images, and also I have made the file style.css. we will use manual style little bit on our project, and also I have included this one link inside our project. I'm going to show you the images. So this is our logo, image, and this will be Christian image, showcase image, and team member, right? So we will use those images inside our project. So let's get started to work on the navigation bar. So step number 1, write the nav tag, write the class navbar expand, and also I'm going to use LG means large screen size. Then I'm going to use navbar light VG white, right? And then inside this one section I'm going to use the anchor link. Inside there I'm going to use index.html. this will be logo. Inside there I'm going to add the logo that will help us to display the image inside our navigation bar. When user will click on the navigation logo, then who will redirect on the index.html page, right? Inside the anchor link I'm going to add image tag and add the logo, right? First I'm going to save that and I'm going to show you. Right click it and open with live server. This is our logo, but we will manage that with the help of some attribute and some classes. The first one, I'm going to add the height 45 pixel and width will be 225 pixel. First save that, let's see, right? Then the next thing, I'm going to add the class that help us to display the image responsive, right? First save that. You can't see any changing inside there, but when user or you will increase or decrease the size of the browser, then the image will move on the large size and also small size, right? So let's talk about the navigation menu. So after this one link, closing link, I'm going to add the comment, write the menu start tag, and this will be menu close. So you need to use ul li tag. Inside the li I'm going to add anchor link and write the hash sign means dummy link. Inside the anchor link I'm going to add home. This will be as about, and this will be services. I think last thing we need to add that contact, right? First save that. Let's see output of this one. So those are links. We will use the classes that help us to display the menu inside our navigation bar. So inside the ul tag you need to use class navbar just a minute, nav, right? And inside the li tag you need to use nav item, class nav item, class nav item, class nav item, right? First save that. Let's see output of that. As you can see, the last thing you need to add on the anchor link will be a nav link, and last thing. So save that and let's see, right? So those are our menu, this is our logo, but I want to display those logo and menu inside our center of this one project. So we will use the class container. So after this one section, this is a starting nav bar, you need to use div, assign the class container, and then you need to cut all the code like menu and paste inside there. So let's see. As you can see, our logo and menu has been appeared inside the center of the page, right? Then the last thing I'm going to add on there, I'm going to show you first. I open, just a minute, I'm going to close this one. I'm going to decrease the size of the browser. you are able to see the menus appeared inside our navigation bar step by step, means top and bottom, but I want to display the line bar inside there. When user will click on there, then the menu will appear inside the navigation bar, right? So you need to use toggle menu. This will be start, this will be close, right? So you need to use button tag, and right, the type will be button, right? Inside the button tag you need to use span tag. Inside the span tag you need to use navbar toggler icon. First save that. Let's see. As you can see, icon has been appeared, but it doesn't work on right now. We will use many other classes inside our navigation bar. The first is we will use the class inside our button tag, navbar toggler, and we need to use data bs. This is the attribute. Data bs toggle will be collapse. And last thing you need to add on there, data bs target. Write the any name as you want. Use hash sign, write any name. In my case I will use nav menu, right? And this menu will help us, this name will help us to display the menu. Where you will target this one name, then the particular area will appear when user will click on the toggler icon. Means when user will click on that, then I want to display those menu, right? So I go to our menu section, cut this one code, write the div and paste the menu inside the div, right? Inside the div section you need to use a class and use collapse, navbar collapse, right? And also you need to use id and assign the particular name without hash sign. Copy it and paste on there. So let's see output of that. As you can see, our menu has been appeared inside behind the dot sign. I'm going to click on that. As you can see, click on that, click on that. So this is our navigation menu. The last thing I'm going to add on there, I want to display those menu in the right side. So I'm going to add the class inside our UL tag ms auto, means margin auto, as you can see. So we will use another property. I'm going to add some. First I'm going to add body background color. I'm going to add the light gray background inside our body. F1, F2, FA. This is a light gray. And also I'm going to get the font icons, Google font as icon. I'm going to use those fonts. I'm going to show you which fonts. Poppins. Where is the Poppin fonts? Poppin. I'm going to search on there. This one font. So this is a regular font. So you need to click on that and go to import. Copy this one code and paste on there, right? Then you will be able to use font family, Poppins, and also send. There is. So let's see output of this one. As you can see, guys, our menus has been appeared with white background, right? And this is a light gray background. So this is a complete responsive, as you can see, right? So I hope you are understood as well all about how you can create a navigation menu with the help of Bootstrap file. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach you how you can create a showcase area inside this section. So I go to my code editor. Inside my code editor have a showcase start and close tags. Inside there we will use the simple code that will help us to display the showcase image and content. So first of all, I'm gonna use section and container. Container will help us to display all the content inside the center. Then I'm gonna create a div, right? And also I'm gonna create another div inside there. Inside this one div, second one div, I'm gonna add the h1 tag and write the title social media marketing, and then I'm going to use p tag lorem text. Right after that, first I'm going to save that and I'm going to show you output of this one. As you can see, right after this one div, this is starting and this is the closing. Right inside there I'm gonna add image tag img, and this is my showcase image. First I'm gonna save that and let's see. Right, I will use a class image fluid that will help us to make a responsive image, but this time you can't see anything else inside the image. When we will decrease the size of the browser, then you will able to see the image will decrease and also increase if you change the size of the browser, right? So first I'm going to check that I want to display all the content inside the center. So, and also I'm going to add the background color will be gray. So inside the section I'm going to use bg dark. First I'm going to show you save. Right, I want to display the content. Text will be white, text will be center. Right, save. Let's see, perfect. And also we're gonna manage the content and image in the center of this one background area. So I'm gonna use deflex class inside this one div after the container div, and this is the div inside there. I'm gonna use deflex. First I'm gonna save that. Let's see. As you can see, I want to display those content inside the image area inside the center. So I'm gonna use align item center, justify content center. So let's see, perfect. I want to display those content like media marketing will be video. So I'm gonna use span tag and cut this one area and paste on there, and we just need to change the text will be primary. So let's see, perfect. And we need to use the lead class that will help us to display the text area will be changed, means the simple padding and also line space have a lead class. Also I'm gonna add the padding top and bottom will be 4. So sir, right, I'm gonna add the button after p tag. I'm gonna add the button and use get started now, and I'm gonna use a class. First I'm gonna use type button and class btn primary. Right, so let's see, perfect. I want to display those content in the start of this one section, right? So I go to section area I'm going to use text sn star. When the size will be moved on the small size, then it will change. As you can see, it's not good for us, so we will manage that with the help of classes, Bootstrap classes, right? So first I go to this one, d flex, but before flex I'm going to use sm cell and move on there, as you can see, right? But I will hide the image when you will decrease the size of the browser, right? So I'm going to show you how you can do that. I go to image class, but before using that I'm going to show you one more thing. So this is my complete showcase area. So I will increase the padding 5. As you can see, this is my space. After the image have a background space. I want to remove this one space, so I'm going to use padding LG 0, so perfect. And I think everything is perfect, but we will work on the image. First of all, I will hide the image, so I'm going to use class d none. Means I can't see the image inside my showcase area. As you can see, I'm going to show you in a minute. As you can see, but I want to display the image when our showcase area will increase in the large screen size. So I'm going to add the class dlg block. So as you can see, when you will hit the small or medium size screen, the image will be hidden, but you will increase the size of the browser, the image has been appeared right now, right? So this is completely responsive, as you can see. Last thing I'm going to add on there, inside our padding, I want to display the make a space between top and bottom inside our navigation menu. So I'm going to add the class. I go to above, and where it is here, I use py3, means padding top and bottom 3. As you can see, make a space between, and this is a completely responsive, right? So I think everything is perfect on there. So I hope you are understood as well all about how you can create a showcase area. In the next video, we're going to discuss all about the features of the website. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back. Let's talk about how we can add the feature section. After the showcase area, we will add the content and also images. So let me explain you how you can do that. I go to my code editor, and inside there I'm going to add the section code and container. Then I'm going to create a row, and inside the row I'm going to create a call, means column, call lg6, means I want to divide the 12 columns inside the section 6 by 6, right? I'm going to show you in a minute. And also I'm going to add the call sm12, means in the small screen size, the column size will be display whole of the area, right? So inside there I'm going to add the image, and image will be marketing, and also I'm going to add the class on there, image fluid. First save that, let's see output of that. As you can see, this is my first section. In the right section I'm going to add the content. So I use same thing after the closing of the column div. I will create a same thing, call LG6, call SM12, right? Inside there I'm gonna add the h2, and I'm gonna add the content, manage all your social network in one place. Inside this one I'm gonna add the class display 6, right? First save that and I'm gonna show you, right? I want to display the line, horizontal line, so I'm gonna add the HR tag. After the HR tag I'm gonna use paragraph tag, lorem, and after the lorem I'm gonna add the button tag. I'm gonna add a link tag. I'm gonna show you how you can create a link as a button, primary, and this will be read more. So let's see output of that. As you can see, but we need to manage that, right? So I want to display the background color of this one section will be white. So I go to row and I'm gonna use BG white. First have that, right? And I want to move on all the content on below, so I'm gonna add the margin top 5, and also I'm gonna add the padding 2, right? As you can see, but I think just a minute, I need to check that. BG white, just a minute. I will use PT. So padding top, I do not use the margin top, right? P top means padding top. Content, all the content will move on below, right? So we will use another classes like class lead, and also I'm gonna add the content will move on below. So I'm gonna use MT5, means margin top 5. Make a space between our content, our title and content, right? And also I will make a space between this one content and also button. So I'm gonna add the same class MT3. Perfect. As you can see, I'm gonna decrease the size of the browser, right? So perfect. As you can see, guys, our image or content. So we will use same thing in the next section. I just need to copy this one content and paste on there. So this will be team area, team section start, team section close. So inside the first one area I'm gonna add the content. So just a minute, I cut that, and I'm gonna paste on there. First I'm gonna show you, I cut H2 to read more, right, and paste on there, right? So let's see. Perfect. As you can see, but we need to change the image and also title of the area. So the image will be team member, right, and title will be add multiple team members. So let's see. As you can see, so this is a responsive, we don't need to use any other classes, right? Perfect, right? As you can see, last thing I'm gonna add on there, I want to change the color of the line. If you want to do that, you can use simple class simple HR. I'm going to use HR, and I'm going to use border 1.5 pixel solid hash 0b5ed7. So let's see, right? So this is a sections 1 and 2nd. In the next video we're gonna discuss all about the client section. So I hope you are understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, in this video we're gonna discuss all about client, or you can say that user details. Inside this section we're gonna add the font away some icons and also numbers. So first I'm gonna show you the output. As you can see, we have made the sections like a showcase area and some images content. After this one section, I'm gonna add, first I'm gonna create a section, and then I'm gonna add the container that help us to display the content inside the center. Then I'm gonna create a row, alright, and I want to display all the content inside the row area will be center, so I'm gonna use text center, right? And inside the row section we're gonna create a div and assign the call lg3, means 3 columns. On more than 4 columns I will add inside this one row. 3 by 3 3 3 3 multiplied by 4 equal by 12 columns, right? I hope you understood as well all about that. So inside the call lg3 area I'm gonna add the font away some icon. So I use I tag and class fa user, and first I'm going to show you. So let's see, as you can see this is a font away some icon. I want to increase the size of this icon, so I will use fa 3x. You can also change the size, as you can see. So after that I'm gonna add the h2 tag, and I'm gonna add the number, for example 7500, and then I'm gonna add the class display 6, right? So let's see, right, as you can see. The last thing I'm gonna add on the p active user, and I will use class text muted. I will use this class, will be perfect, as you can see guys. So I want to move this one area on below, so I will use the margin top, not margin, padding top, right? So where it is here, I'm gonna use pt4. So let's see, right, as you can see. So I will use same thing. I just copy paste second time, third time, fourth time, right? 4 columns, 12 columns, 3 by 3. First I'm gonna save that, and let's see, as you can see 3 3 3 3, right? So we need to change the icon names. The second one will be fa, just a minute, I'm gonna use fa bronze and fa window, right? And third one will be fa solid, just solid, and what is the name, fa bullhorn, right? And last thing I'm gonna add on there if a solid and if a headset. So let's see output of that. As you can see, so we need to change the numbers and also text. So the second one number will be values 1000, and this will be total companies, and third one will be 500, and this will be campaign posted, and last I'm gonna add the customer support. This will be 24, and this will be customer support. So let's see. As you can see, let's move on the next area or next section. The next section is very simple. We just I go to above. I just copy this one, team area section, because I just save the time. So paste on there, and inside this one I'm gonna add the website. This will be also, just a minute, website section area. So this will be row bg dark, right? And padding top and bottom, I'm gonna add the padding top and bottom, and left on right too. I use same thing on there, and I will use, but I will just a minute, I'm gonna show you important thing. I decrease the size of the browser, and as you can see, this is appeared step by step, but I want to display this one 6 by 6 columns on the medium screen size. So I will use each call MD6 on this one area. So I just copy it, paste on there, paste and paste. So let's see. As you can see, right, this is a large screen, this is a medium screen, right, as you can see. And this is our area. We will manage that, this one. So I go to below, and I don't need this one area, and I will leave that, right. So save, let's see, perfect. And also I will remove this one, perfect. So call LG, not LG6, I will use 12, and text will be center, and I'm gonna add the what, text white, and this will be 2022 SMM marketing Vader, and this is a H2H. Just a minute, I'm gonna use paragraph tag on there, right, and I'm gonna remove this one. So let's see. So I will change this one, and then I'm gonna add H2 on there, and I'm gonna use that, take a website to next level, right. And inside the H2 I'm gonna use display 6. So let's see. As you can see, this is our simple text and button. So we have made the simple sections like display the font of some icon and also image. So I hope you are understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we're gonna discuss all about how you can create a services area. Means we will add the card. Inside the card we will add the icons, font away some icon and content. So I go to my code editor, and after this one section I'm gonna write the command services start, and this will be close, right? Write the section. I'm gonna call section, call container, and inside the container I'm gonna create a row, right? And inside the row I'm gonna write the h2 and call our services. So let's see, right? And inside this one area I'm gonna write, not there, I'm gonna add padding top and bottom 5. So let's see. Perfect. And left and right I'm gonna add, not left right, I just leave this one and I use display 6 to make a bigger text, right? Then we will create a column, right? So I call there class call lg4, and also I'm gonna add call md6. In large screen size I will create a 4 by 3 columns. In medium screen size I will create a means, and when user move on the screen in medium size, then it will convert into 6 by 6 column, right? You will see 2 cards inside the row. If your screen size will large, then you will able to see 3 cards inside the row, right? So inside this section I'm gonna call div, and I will create a card, and card text will be center, and inside the card I will use h4, and I'm gonna use Instagram like, and I'm gonna call p lorem text. Let's see output of that, right? And I will use padding bottom. First I'm gonna check that over services. I'm gonna use padding bottom. Perfect, right? So this is our card and this is our content. Those are our content. We will manage that step by step. So inside the card I will use padding all side will be 4, right? So let's see, right? And margin bottom I'll use 2, right? And also I will use PT inside the row. PT means padding top will be 2. So right, between this one and this one I will add the font away some icon. So before the h1 I'm gonna call I class fa branch fa square and Instagram icon, and I will use size of the 3x. So let's see, right? I will use this one top, but I will I think it's better than below of the Instagram like. Okay, I'll leave this one default, right? Okay, and I will use PT2 on there. So our card is very simple, but we will assign the effect on there, means hover the mouse and change the color and also text on there, right? So everything is perfect. So I'm gonna create this one area. This is the starting, this is the closing div, this is our second card, and the second card I'm gonna add the Facebook likes. I'll leave all the settings, Facebook likes, and I'll use P all side, padding all side. So set that. Perfect. So we need to change the FA Facebook. So let's see. Perfect. And the last thing I'm gonna add on there will be FA YouTube. And YouTube subscriber. Right. Let's see. Perfect. So this is the large screen size. Inside the large screen size have 3 columns, but I want to move on this one screen in the small or medium screen size. I want to move on 6 by 6. I want to display inside this section in medium screen size will be 2 cards. So I have used this one, call MD6. When you will, I'm going to show you. As you can see, 2, right? And I have used a margin bottom on there, so you will able to see to make a space. I think padding, yes, sorry, margin bottom. I will remove this one. What is the problem right now? But I'll leave this one. I just show you, right? So this is the 3 cards. Those are 3 cards. We will create a more than 3 cards, another 3 cards. So I use this one again, and this is a 4, and also I'm gonna add the additional services, and I will change the solid, and this will be FA bars. So let's see, right? And I'm gonna add this starting, closing, and the next I'm gonna add email marketing. Email marketing, and what I will use envelope, FA solid, FA envelope, right? So let's see, right? When you will move on medium screen size, it will change the size of the card, as you can see, right? So I also need to add one more card. So in the last card I'm gonna add the social media apps, right? And FA brands, this name is FA brands, and this will be FA Apple. So let's see. Perfect. Last thing I'm gonna add on there, I want to hover the mouse and I want to change the color, and also I will add the transition, simple transition. So in case you need to go on above, and you need to add the simple manual class on each card area. So here is the area, I'm gonna add the CRD. I will use same class on each area, CRD, right? And so we will use this one to assign the transition, right? So I call, first I'm going to show you, first I call CRD, and inside there I'm going to change the background color will be F to FA, right? And I'm going to use transition all, right? First save that. Let's see, this is the normal background color which I have used on body of the background color, right? But I hover the mouse, then I want to change the text and also background color, right? So I use same thing, CRD, and call hover, and I'm going to change the background color will be 0B5ED7, and color will be white, and I'm going to use transition 0.5 second. So let's see, as you can see, if you increase or decrease the size of the transition, you can do that, as you can see. So this is our services section, as you can see, 444, right? In medium screen size it will convert into 6x6, right? 6x6, 6x6. So I hope you understood as well all about the service section. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about FAQs, means we will display the accordion and also image. So let's get started to work on that. So I'm going to write the div, not div, I'm going to use section, right? If you want to use div, you can do that. In my case I use section, class container, and inside the container I'm going to create a div, write the class row, and also I'm going to add the padding top and bottom too, right? Inside there I'm going to write the h2 tag and assign the class display 6, and I'm going to add the heading frequently ask questions. Save that, and let's see output of this one. And right, as you can see, so we need to work on this one section, so let's work on that. So inside there I'm going to create a call lg6 and also call md6, and I'm going to display the text will be center. I'm going to use same thing, copy paste. I use simple shortcut key inside my keyboard, I just use that. In the second section I'm going to add the image, and image will be questions image. So save, let's see, in the right side image, in the left side I'm going to display the accordion, right? And also I'm going to add the image class img fluid, right? In this section I'm going to create a accordion, right? Means top of the section I want to use simple dummy text, and inside the body we're gonna use also dummy text, right? So I write there and assign the class accordion, right? And accordion flush, and I'm gonna add the ID. ID will be accordion flash example. You can write any name as you want. I just use this one name. Then I'm gonna create another div inside there. I use accordion item, right? Then inside the accordion item, I'm gonna use h2 tag, and inside the h2 tag I'm gonna assign the class accordion header, right? And also I will use the ID flash heading 1, right? We will use those headings inside our accordion. Then inside the h2 tag I want to display the arrow sign, so I'm going to call button. Inside the button tag I'm going to use accordion button, and also I use another class collapsed, and we need to use type will be button, and we need to use attribute data bs toggle will be collapse, and finally we need to use data bs target. You have used the ID on above like a flash heading 1 like this one. You need to copy it and paste on there, but you need to use hash sign also. Save that, right? So inside the button area, this one area, you need to use the heading. For example, I cut all the text without this one because this is the heading of the accordion. So let's see. As you can see, but I refer that, as you can see, this is accordion, right? I think something is wrong on there. We need to check that where is problem now, because when I change accordion, first I'm going to check that accordion flash and accordion example, accordion item, right? And accordion hero flash heading 1, and this is my ID accordion button, accordion collapsed button data bs toggle will be collapsed, and this is flash heading 1. Everything is perfect, but I don't know why I just a minute, I need to check on above area. I think something is wrong on there. Okay, I will change the name on their flash. I'm gonna change the name collapse because I think I will use this one on later. This time I just changed the name on there. So let's see output of this one. Perfect. This time I can't see the changes on there, right? But we will use this one on the next area, right? So after the h2 closing tag, I'm gonna write the div, and inside the div I'm gonna use ID. Which ID? That I have made on there. So copy it and paste on there, right? Means when I click on this one button, then I want to display the content inside there, right? So the next thing I'm going to add on there will be class accordion collapse, right? And also we need to use also collapse. Then we need to use data bs parent. This is attribute. We need to target the parent. This is the parent of the complete accordion, so we need to copy it and paste here, but before paste that you need to use hash sign, right? Then we need to use inside this one section div and use class accordion body, right? Inside there you need to use anything else. When you will click on the arrow sign, then this content inside this one area content will appear. So this is a main div and this is a body div inside there, right? So first save that. Let's see output of this one. As you can see, so we will use same thing on there and also there, but we need to change few things. So we need to use this one area, paste second time, and we need to change few things like heading 2, and also we need to change the where it is not this one, we need to change this one 2, and we need to use this area, copy and paste on there. This is our second area. We don't need to change anything else, right? So let's see. As you can see, so I want to make a space between first and second accordion, so we will use the margin and also I'm going to show you. I will use margin top and bottom MY4. So save, let's see. As you can see, right? So this is first, this is the second accordion, and you can use same thing to create a third one accordion, right? So paste third time, and we need to change this one area, right? If you want to change this one, you can do that, but this is optional, so you need to copy it and paste on there. So let's see the third one. As you can see, also we need to use accordion, where is atom, accordion MY4. So let's see. As you can see, so this is the accordion, this is the image. When you will decrease the size of the browser, it will change the position, as you can see, right? So and this is a complete response, right? If you want to add the margin on there, you can do that. So I leave that because I don't need that. I think I'll leave this one to margin top. I use empty. I just use not empty, MB means margin bottom. So save, perfect. And you can decrease the size, and as you can see, those are equal, right? So I hope you are understood as well all about how you can create an accordion and display the image. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back. Let's talk about how we can add the slider, or you can say that crucial. Inside the crucial, I'm gonna add the cards. But before working on crucial card, I'm gonna show you how you can fix this one. I want to display complete background, and I want to display those text and also button inside the center. So it's look better, but I want to use this one background in the whole size, right? So let's see how we can do that. I go to our area and I'm gonna find this one area, this one. We just drag and drop the row on abo and save that. Let's see, right? So our background has been appeared in the whole of the side, but our content has been appeared inside the container area, right? So it's look better, as you can see, right? Let's talk about how we can use the crucial and slider. So I go to below, and inside this one section, so write the section tag and write the container, and inside the container I'm gonna create a row. But I move the row on above because I want to display same thing, right? Inside the row, first row, second one is a container. So in the row, bg dot text white, and I'm going to use padding top and bottom will be 5. So inside the container, I want to display the text, so I'm going to use 1000 plus companies have switched to our company, right? Aside that, let's output, right? But I want to, this will be this not a good way, but we need to fix this one. So this container row, inside the row, okay, I move this one above, and I'm going to use bg dark on this one area, right? I think it should be better. Perfect. So, and text will be sent. I'm going to use text sender on the section area, right? So our text has been appeared inside the sender. So this is the normal size of the browser. So after this one, I want to make a carousel, right? So after the row, I will create a column, right? After this one section, alright, give class call 12. I want to make more than 12 column, but inside the 12 column I will create a 4x3 columns. Means I want to display more than 3 cards inside the 12 columns or inside the single row, right? So div class call lg, I just use call 12, and then I'm going to create a div. Inside the div I'm going to use the carousel slide, and also we will use data bs, right, that are help us to move the carousel, right? Another thing we need to add on their id carousel. I will leave this time on there because I will use button tag, then we will use this one id on there. After that, you need to create a carousel inner. Inside the carousel inner, you need to create a again there and write carousel item, right? Inside the carousel item, you need to create again row because I will divide the sections, and we will create a call lg4, right? Means I will create a 4 columns, 3 columns by 4 by 3, right? So you need to use call lg4. Inside there I'm going to create a card, so write the div card bg light, text will be dark, The first thing, I'm gonna add the image on the card. The image will be person1.png, and class I'm gonna use image fluid. Rounded, I want to display the rounded image, rounded circle, and I think it should be, first I'm gonna save that. Let's see output of this one. Okay, we need to add the class on the active, means this one will be active, right, as you can see. Then the next thing we need to add on there, we need to use card body. So this is the card area image, then I'm gonna add the card body, and inside the card body I will use paragraph tag and write the name, for example John Doe. Use class lead, text will be sender, and I'm gonna also use text muted. So let's see. Perfect, as you can see. So one more thing I'm going to show you, I've already used this one property on there, card img margin auto, means I want to display the image inside the card, then the image will appear inside the center of the card, but I remove this one, as you can see. So we need to use this one property, dot card, this is the class name. Inside the card have an image, I want to display the margin auto. Save that and let's see, right? Then the next thing I'm going to add on there, I'm going to add the margin top will be 4, means make a space, right? I think we need to not there, I use empty 4 on there, right, as you can see. Then the next thing I'm going to add on there, I'm going to use simple dummy text, so as you can see. Last thing I'm going to add on there, I want to display the stars. So after the paragraph tag, I'm going to use again paragraph tag, and inside there I'm going to use class fa solid fa star, and I'm going to assign the size of this one. So 1 2 3 4 5, so let's see. But I will assign the class text will be warning, then it should be display y fa solid fa star, sorry for that. Perfect, as you can see guys. So this is our card. I want to display more than 3 cards inside this single row, but before working on that I want to move this one card on below. So I go to above and find the card, this one. I'm going to use my4, right, means margin top and bottom 4, right, it's perfect. But I also my5, right, perfect. So I will use more than 2 cards inside this single row, so we just use this section, right, just a minute, I'm going to show you. Not this section, I just use crucial item, this one. Inside the crucial inner we just use crucial item, paste second time, and we need to remove this one, right? So let's see. Just a minute. Just a minute guys. This is the crucial item. Why I can't see this one area? Just a minute, I undo that, and this will be called LG. Okay, I'm gonna paste 3 times, it should be yes. So you need to use this one section, copy and paste this column, and this is called. So I'm going to change the image to, and first I'm going to save that. Let's see. So here is the image. So this will be a Julie, you can use any name as you want, Susie. And last I'm gonna add on there will be Thomas. Then the next thing, I'm gonna add more than 3 cards, right? So this is those are 3 cards inside the single row. So you need to go on a row and you need to select the crucial atom, right, and paste second time. First save that. Let's see. First you need to wait, it's moving automatically, but I need to change the image, and one image I'm gonna, because I have a one image, and I'm gonna use Rukia. So as you can see guys, first I'm gonna refresh that. I think this is our, okay, just a minute, you need to wait. Why it's not moving? Okay, just a minute guys, we need to check that. Okay, we need to remove the active class on there in the second section, right? So this is our first section and it will move, as you can see guys. So our slider with card has been ready. Now if you want to add the buttons, you can do this. So I go to, this is the above area. So you just where it is, just a minute, I am gonna show you. Before the call 12, I will create a div, and inside the div I will container again, not container, I will use a row, and I already make a row. I use call 12, right? Inside there I'm gonna add anchor link, and the class will be a btn primary, right? And inside the anchor link we use a href. So inside this section you need to add the ID. Which ID? You will use the ID on where? Below area. So first I'm gonna assign the ID on, just a minute, I'm gonna check that. Here, crucial demo, I'm gonna use 1, right? So you need to copy that and paste on there with hash sign, right? The first thing, you need to add the ID. Then the second thing, I'm gonna use role will be button, and I'm gonna use data bs, slide will be previous, right? So inside the anchor link I will display the button. So I'm going to use font away some icon, class fa arrow left. So save. Let's see output of this one. As you can see guys, so we just use the same thing and paste second time, and in the second time you just need to change, I'll leave this one and just change the ID to next, and this will be white. So let's see, as you can see, but it doesn't work on there, I don't know why. we will manage that. So the first thing is crucial demo and database slide, database slide. Okay guys, I think we need to use same thing in the next one, but I check that. ID crucial demo 1 database wide crucial hash href hash perfect within primary database slide next. Everything is perfect, but I don't know why it doesn't move. Just a minute, I'm gonna check that. Okay, I think guys I need to remove this one and this one href because I have used href on there. So let's see. As you can see guys, it's working right now. The last thing I'm gonna show you, I'm able to see this one scroll bar on the bottom. It means we need to fix this one area, right? I'm gonna show you. I want to fix this one area. As you can see, I want to, but I think this video is too long. In the next video we're gonna fix this one area, and also we will create another sections. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we're gonna fix this one issue. As you can see, we are able to see scroll bar, but we need to fix that. And also we will create our latest blog after this one section. Then we're gonna create a footer area. So let's get started. First I move on above and this one area, and this is the code of this section website start from. First I move this one container on above. First save that. Let's see output of this one, right? The issue has been removed now, but I want to display complete background, so I will use bg dark this one class inside this one section. So let's see. As you can see, it's appear very nice, right? So as you can see guys, those are our cards. Move on down, right? So I think this space is too long on the card area. I will check that. Margin bottom will be, I will use 3 or 2. I think it should be okay. This will be raw margin bottom 2. Okay guys, inside this one section I use margin top and bottom. I just use margin top and bottom 2, and also I will use on there my2. Means top and bottom will be 2, right? And last thing I'm gonna add on there. First of that, let's see, right? Margin top and bottom. FAQs. This is not. I'll leave this one because I will work on this one area. So this is the margin top and bottom, so I will decrease the size 3 and also 3, and also 3, right? So let's see. As you can see, this is a little bit of space on there, and everything is perfect on there. So let's work on the our latest blog post. So move on below and this one section and write the latest post, our latest news blog start. This will be close. So write the section tag again and container. Right, inside the container I will create a row. Inside the row I'm going to use h2 and use our latest blog or latest news blogs, right? So we're gonna add the class display 6. So let's see output of this one, right? So I want to make a space, so I will use the margin my5. So let's see, right? Perfect, as you can see. So this is my largest screen size. Then I'm gonna create a more than, I'm gonna show you. I write call md4. I will create a 4x3 columns, right? Means I want to display 3 cards inside the single row. In this section I will create a card, and also I'm going to use padding bottom. I want to make a space after the second one area, right? Then inside there I'm going to add the image, and image p1 means post 1, and I will use class card top, card image top. Right, then I'm going to create a card body, and inside the card body I'm going to create a class card text. Right, the dummy text I will use this one will be p, means paragraph. Inside there I'm going to write the lorem text, and after the paragraph I'm going to create a button tag. Why the type will be button, and class btn primary, right? So but I'll need to use read mode on there. So let's see. As you can see, guys, so I will create a more than 2 cards, so I will use same thing on there. Second card, third card. So let's see, right? So we need to change the images. So the third one will be, this will be first, second, and this will be third. Where it is, yeah. So let's see, right? And also one more thing I'm gonna add there. I want to make a space top and bottom, and y fine, right? As you can see, I have a space between top and bottom of the section. So I think what is next? I will remove this one, and let's see. I will use empty4, not empty. I will use margin bottom 4. Right, 5, perfect. So in the next section we're gonna create a footer. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we're gonna discuss all about how we can create a footer, right? After this one section we're gonna create a footer. So I go to below area and I'm gonna write the footer start and footer will be close. right? So write the footer tag and write the div, and then I'm gonna write the class container, write the class row, write the div class call md3. I will create a 3x4 columns, means inside the single row I will create a 4 columns. The size will be 3, right? So inside the 4 row I'm going to create about us, and then I'm going to write the HR to display the line, right? And then I'm going to use paragraph lorem text, lorem, right? And then first I'm going to save that. Let's see, as you can see, but I will in just a minute I'm going to show you. I will assign the class bg dark text white. So let's see, perfect. And also I want to make a space, so I'm going to use nt5 y. Okay, I will use mt5 on there, right, as you can see. So I will decrease the fonts, and also decrease that. Then I want to display the font away some icon after this one area. So after the paragraph tag I will create an anchor link, because user will click on this one link who will redirect on any page as you want to redirect. So class fa brands, I'm going to use fa Twitter fa 2x, and also I'm going to use margin left and right will be 1, right? So let's see, right? I'm gonna use 3 times and just change Facebook, not Facebook, yes, I'll use Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, right? So let's see, as you can see, not this way guys. So for that I will use anchor link, paste the 1 by 1 anchor link. This is a dummy, this is a dummy. Inside there I'm gonna paste 1, and again use anchor link hash, paste inside there, right? So let's see, right? So we're gonna fix this one with the help of what, CSS property. So I go to, and there I just call footer. Inside the footer I have an anchor link, so I'm going to use color will be white. So let's see, as you can see, right? Let's work on the next one area, next one column. So you just need to use same thing like this way and paste second time. In the second time you just need to change the, I'm going to use privacy and terms, right? Use HR SAM, and I'm going to remove all the things without this area. So let's see, right, privacy and terms. Inside there I'm going to use UL, li tag and anchor link, and I'm going to use on their privacy policy. The second one will be terms and condition. Third one will be API and documentation. So first server, let's see, right? So those are few things. We will manage that with the help of navbar nav, and this will be nav item. Okay, there is no mistake. So this will be nav link. I will use this way, right, and move second time, third time, and this will be terms and conditions, and this will be API documentation. So let's see, right, as you can see. But I will check out on the nav item, nav links. So okay, I will use this one, the ID footer. So copy and just to use hash sign. So I think it should be displayed. Yes, as you can see. So I just assign the ID on the footer area, and I use simple anchor link, target the anchor link, and the color will be white. So those CSS properties have been applied on there. On about section have a links, and privacy and terms section have a links also. So let's see. The next one will be just a minute, I'm gonna check that there. I'm gonna use second one. I just paste there, and inside this one section I use contact info, and I use paragraph tag on there, and use address 102, and I'm going to use BR tag to make a line break, and this will be number, right, and again I'm going to use BR, and this will be email. So let's see, right. I think we use, okay, we will use about us area. Before, just a minute, before this one and this one, and this is a privacy policy. Before this is a privacy policy, so we need to change this one area, right. We will use quick links, right, and use the pages, about, services, and I use blog. Last I'm gonna add the contact. I think it should be displayed perfectly. Yes, about, quick links, and everything is perfect. Last thing I'm gonna add on there is copyright. So let's see. This is the last day of this one section. Okay, I will use this class bg dark, text white, text center, and I'm going to use padding top and bottom 4, and I will use ID copyright because I will use property copyright and copy 2022 always reserved, right. So I think it should be displayed perfectly. Yes, so let's work on the CSS a little bit. I assign the ID copyright, and I use border top 1 pixel solid #333. That's it. So let's see. As you can see guys, our complete website has been appeared on there. So I will also check out this one section, and I'm gonna use this one, and not this one. I'm gonna use margin bottom to make a space. I think everything is perfect. So our project has been ready now guys. As you can see, this is fully responsive. Everything is perfect. So images, and this is the content. I move on there. This is large, medium skin size. Crucial is working on there also. Okay, I will check out where's my mistake inside the card area. Everything is perfect in the first section, but in the next section have a make a space, right? So let's see, fix the issue on there. Our clients and crucial and John Doe. This is the first section. So this next section have a P top and bottom file. So I'm gonna use padding top and bottom 3, right? So I think should be display, not Accordion top and bottom 3. So I'll use 3, and this will be 3, right? And also this will be 3. So let's see. Perfect. As you can see guys, have a same space. So we have successfully made. This is my mistake, but we will use this way, right? As you can see. So I have assigned the margin left and right, MX left and right on there. So this is the issue of this one. Left and right, the one, and the last one I'm gonna change this one. So I think it should be. What happened? Right, so let's see. Okay, so I hope you understood as well all about how you can create a website using Bootstrap file. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.